Hello everyone, welcome back to Trek a Day. I'd like to focus on the positive on this channel, but something just came to my attention about 3 minutes ago that is a very big negative for Trek, an unbelievably stupid decision. I know Amanda, my wife, is going to be furious when she hears this. Star Trek Prodigy is officially canceled, one among many streaming shows, and while this is really sad news for Prodigy specifically, it also is one of many factors that has me a little worried about the future of Star Trek right now, which feels very odd to say given the position that it's in. Streaming services really are in an upheaval right now. They have not proven to be the profitable replacement for the basic network and cable television models. To keep these subscription numbers up, this vast array of streaming services have to flood money into original programming and compete on that ground. And the problem is when the majority of the income is based on subscriptions at a set price, which you have to keep low in order to entice people to go to your service, it hasn't translated into a lot of profit. And there are a lot of studios in general right now. Warner Brothers is big in the news right now, who are struggling. There's just a lot of upheaval in the television and movie world. And you add into the timing of that the current writer's strike, which I can get into a whole topic talking about that and why I support them so much, because the streaming model has also very negatively affected working within the industry, writers and actors and just everyone. There's so much going on that I go on to forever, but specifically more about Star Trek. Because of all this that's going on, Star Trek is, in all of its various forms, is an expensive show, and I really fear what is going to happen as a lot of these things get shopped around, shows get canceled and stopped, and we have this big turmoil within the industry. Can Star Trek really survive that? Or what form will it survive in? And it's sad to see, because we're finally really getting to this point with Strange New Worlds, the third season of Picard really turning things around. It's really moving in a positive direction, and now stuff like this. And Prodigy was really a part of that positivity, because it was a fantastic show aimed at children, but also, I've talked about it before, enjoyable for an adult audience. It's the kind of perfect family show and a great gateway for a new generation of people to get into Star Trek. So I've sung the praises of Prodigy before, and it's really sad that this is happening. And what's even worse is that it's not just being canceled at this point, it's going to be removed entirely from Paramount streaming service. I didn't see a date when I was looking through the information quite yet, but it's being removed. Season 2 is basically complete. It's in a post-production phase. There weren't any exact details about, quite where it's at, but it's basically done, and it's going to be shopped around to other streaming services and networks. So I think something with Nickelodeon will probably air it, and then eventually hopefully get the DVD and Blu-ray release. But it's just came out of nowhere. Like, wow, all right. So this is very sad to see this perfect kids kind of gateway into Star Trek type show that is very important to building a new base of fans to keep the franchise going. It's sad to see this being pulled away, and for everyone involved to not be able to fully complete the stories that I'm sure they wanted to tell. And then in a broader scope, it's one of those things that has me a little more worried about the future of Star Trek, and also of very positive science fiction in general. As another show like The Orville is kind of up in the air, not officially canceled, but things are really up in the air with a fourth season. A third season at this point is still not available on any physical media, even though seasons 1 and 2 are out on DVD. And that's what I really want to see the most of, is a very positive science fiction that tells stories that make us in the darkest of times, look for ways to be our best selves, and the humanist perspective of looking toward the future and striving to build a better world. And I kind of worry about the state of that style of storytelling and whether or not it will survive this era or if it will kind of go away and come back. And it's just sad to see that possibility when we're really entering. Right now we're at a very good point, a positive turning point, I think, especially with at this point season 2 of Discovery. That second episode just aired a few days ago and was incredible and really being in a good place. So we will see what the future holds. I really hope that season 2 of Prodigy is very accessible and successful, and maybe there's always the slimmest chance that somehow something will pick it up and we could see future installments. We never know what's going on, but the future is very uncertain, and this is very sad news.